And
Yeah.
we're back. We're back on a completely different day, right?
This is my secret Halloween area. Yeah, different day, but same festival. Wait. Ask me what I'm dressed as.
What? Where's Issa? I can't see them. There's this weird person in a witch's hat. Who are you?
I'm the Wicked West of the South.
You're the Wicked West of the South.
Yeah, she wears green, remember?
Oh yeah,
Because
that's right.
green is...
Did you
in the
say
South.
witch or west?
The Wicked Witch of the West. I said both.
You said Wicked West of the South.
Did I?
You did.
Oh, that wasn't even intentional. That was a legit fuck up there. All right, well, whatever. Okay, hello.
Hey, hold on, there's Mad King Thorn here.
Yeah, he's just an impersonator. See, this is a stage, see?
Oh.
Which is why you need to dress up on the stage for Halloween.
Okay, great. So I will dress up as a robot man.
Oh my god, look at your character. Wow, that's a cool outfit.
Yeah, I spent more of those Black Lion collectible figurines, whatever they're called, statuettes.
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen this, but have you seen the bee that's on the gem store already at the moment?
Yeah, I want it, but I don't want to buy it.
It is so high quality as a mount, and that's insane.
I know, it's so fluffy.
And you'll get to flex it in the new expansion coming out at the end of the month.
That's right. So what are we doing now? We have to, last video, or maybe this video, I don't know yet, we released Into the Wild something that, number one, will make people upset, and number two, probably get Spear 4 nerfed on Thief.
Oh, maybe.
Honestly,
okay.
Probably.
No, not honestly properly. I'm not endorsing that.
They're gonna put
nerfed.
it's gonna, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna set it to 4 initiative instead of 3.
Okay, well maybe there might be some tweaks.
Yeah,
maybe
that's what's gonna happen. Anyway, so we're back, but this time we're on engineer, and the reason why I'm bringing it to you now is because I have to release good into the world right after releasing evil.
Aww.
And have you ever wanted to do everything?
Yes, many times.
Okay, well, the good news is you can do
Really?
everything. And the way you do everything is on this build. Thank you for all the reactions. This is great.
I know. I'm working my ass off here. This is really hard. Remember what all the emotes are, get the reaction in time, actually listen to the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it.
I don't know either. But so the way this build came about was after I was playing around with my thief guy, I was like, okay, what do the other spears do? Oh, okay, this is a fun looking spear. Let's try that. Oh, but I'm also unlocking all of the relics in Heart of Thorns. Not Heart of Thorns.
Secrets of the Obscure?
No, Janthier Wilds. And I found a new relic in Janthier Wilds that was also very interesting for this class. Do you have any idea what relic could be interesting for an engineer?
So it's an engineer spear ability or
it doesn't technically have to be spear, but spear works very well for this.
Right, okay.
But
I don't really know too much about spear except the bombs damage and condi, the two focuses them, and then the other abilities are stronger. I don't really know that it has anything unique.
Yeah, that's why I said it doesn't have to be spear, but it's pretty good.
But so there's a relic in Janthier Wilds.
That's good for engineer.
For engineer, is it because of an engineer trait?
No, but kind of. Yes.
Because of the tool belt, I guess.
No.
Because of kits.
I mean, that helps. Should I just tell you what the relic is?
Yeah, I don't know. I've got no idea. Enlighten me.
The relic is Relic of the Steamshrieker.
Oh, can I just say, by the way, I'm waiting to do one of these with the Relic of the Beehive with you, because we can't do all those Mad King Thorn episodes and then not have a beehive.
I'm still upset that they still haven't released a Mad King relic.
Yeah,
I
that's
refuse,
what this Halloween episode should be.
I refuse to use this cheap knockoff Beehive relic until they come out with.
Oh, is that what it is?
Relic.
I see.
Yeah,
I see. Okay, I missed it. What's the relic? What is it that you
Relic of the Steamshrieker, and in fact, there is. I'm also going to talk about an alternate version of this build that uses a different relic, but equally good.
I think, Boots, I have heard of Steamshrieker being used. That actually is really, really, really strong.
It is really, really strong.
Okay.
Okay, and the relic of the Steamshrieker says, burn nearby enemies when you successfully combo a water field with a blast or leap finisher.
Okay.
And it's 2 stacks of burning for a decent amount of time. Right now we're in a very low level zone, so
Right.
all the
Should we
numbers
go to
don't make
level
any
80?
sense. No, this is fine. We'll just stay here. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But the reason why this is good is because, especially on engineer, is because you have a ton of fields, and some of those fields are water fields, and you have a ton of blasts and leaps, and you could make full use of this relic with a engineer. And and the reason why that's good is because it means that you could go all out trying to do as much damage as possible with burning from this relic, and as well as doing burning and whatever else you do with your skills. But at the same time, when you're comboing a water field with a blast, you're healing.
Oh, right. Okay.
So not only are you doing damage, but you're
doing
also
the combo finisher, blast heal. Yeah.
You're blasting heals at the same time. But now what else are you doing at the same time when you're blasting heals? Let's take a look at the traits.
Okay.
So, number 1, let's go into Scrapper.
Right.
We're going to be Scrapper, Explosives, and Firearms.
Okay.
And in Scrapper, we've got the Grandmaster is Kinetic Accelerators.
Grant boons to nearby allies when you blast in a combo field, or a leap or a whirl.
Yeah, and that's...
And the function gyro is now also a blast.
That's right. And so that means you are giving 100% quickness to all of your friends around you. And honestly, with this build, 25 stacks of might nonstop.
Right, very nice. So it's a really good quickness build.
It's a really good quickness build and might generator. And then I've got expert examination going on for my master.
Okay.
Which gives protection to all your allies.
Right.
So with this build, by the way, long story short, I'm running Celestial gear. This is an open world build. You could bring it into some instance content as well, but it is a Celestial build. It gives all of the stats, all of the concentration bonuses, etc., expertise as well. So you're giving 100% uptime of protection.
Okay.
To yourself and your allies. And then... you're giving also super speed to yourself, which is nice. Disabling... I do System Shocker as my adept trait.
Right. Disabling a foe gives barrier to your allies as well.
Exactly.
So healing them and a bit barrier.
Yeah, so... But the interesting thing about this trait, I don't know if people noticed this before, there is no internal cooldown on it.
Right.
So if you have AoE CCs... which you do in spades with this build, and you have more than one enemy, you're granting double that barrier, or triple that barrier, or 4 times that barrier to all your allies. So that's fantastic. And then finally you got your whatever, your adept, not what were they called again?
Minor traits.
And then, okay, let's go into firearms.
Okay.
And in firearms, I'm currently using equal and opposite reaction for quality of life with this build, because you're disabling enemies left and right with your skills, and that grants you 5 seconds or more of stability every time you disable an enemy.
Right.
And you don't need that extra quickness, but having permanent stability on you while you're doing content all around the world is fantastic.
Is really nice. Yeah, you think about, especially in some of the nastier expansion areas where there's all random little knockbacks going on all over the place, you just don't feel them anymore.
Exactly. And then I do no scope as my master, which I think when you're in an up-leveled area, it gives about 6 3/4 seconds with this build of Fury every 8 seconds. So although you're not giving 100% uptime of Fury to all of your friends with this, you're giving nearly 100% uptime of Fury to all of your friends with this.
I love how tiny the numbers are where we are. +8.
Yeah.
+8 ferocity.
Yeah, exactly.
So little.
Yeah. And so, so you're not giving 100% Fury. You're giving like 75% uptime of Fury to all of your friends, but you're giving 100% to yourself because of the next minor trait here, Hematic Focus, which grants you Fury also. So you have 100% uptime Fury. And then for extra damage, I've got Chemical Rounds as my adept trait here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then finally, I've been going back and forth a lot with the last trait line here. For this particular set of the build that I've been using, I've been doing Explosives, and I've been doing Big Boomer, which...
Big Boomer, I love Big Boomer.
Yeah, which heals you a good amount, like 300, 400 a second, basically, and you're getting that almost all the time. And then I got Aim-Assisted Rocket as my master trait, because although you don't have that many projectiles in this build, you do run Elite Mortar Kit on it for extra fields and stuff like that.
Right.
And that is a projectile. So an Aim-Assisted Rocket only gets fired when you cast a projectile with an internal cooldown of 3 seconds. So you only have to cast a projectile every 3 seconds to get the best out of this. And every 4th rocket is an Orbital Strike, which is another blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that trait.
It's pretty cool. And then
that feels like a GM kind of trait with how big and impactful and cool it looks.
Yeah.
Even though it's not even GM.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Exactly. So if you're pressing things properly here, you're getting good use of that. And then finally, Glass Cannon, so for some extra damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simple enough.
So that is this build. Now, I'm going to describe how this build plays at first, before I move on to the other variant of this build, okay?
Okay.
And so this build plays difficultly.
Right, okay.
Because you want to get the most use out of Steamshrieker as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to give all of your boons, and crazy stuff like that, it's great. You give 100% protection, almost 100% fury, 100% quickness, 100% 25 stacks of might, and just an insane amount of stuff to all your friends. It's great. And if you're playing it properly, if you're playing it perfectly, you're doing probably solo, like if you didn't have anybody around you giving you anything, solo 17k to 18k DPS.
Right, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it doesn't go much higher when people give you Alacrity. You'll get like a little over 20k, maybe 25. So it's not like amazing. Maybe I'm just not playing it properly, though.
No, but to be clear, though, this is an open world build, right? So
yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. That's enough. That's enough DPS for open world, for sure. Now, the reason why it's so hard, though, is because you really want to get the most you can out of that relic. And you can't just mash all your buttons. You have to lay down your water fields first and do your combos in your water field in order to get that extra burning damage. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of there's damaging skills in this build, like on your... I got Flamethrower, by the way. I've got Bomb Kit, and right now I'm using Throw Mine as my utility skills. And then, like I said earlier, Elite Mortar Kit as my elite, and Medic Gyro as my heal. Medic Gyro is a water field. It also gives you a water field on its Tool Belt skill. And then on Elite Mortar Kit, you got a third water field, which is on its skill 5. So you don't have 100% uptime of water fields unless you have what's it called, Alacrity. But some of your damaging skills also put down fields, which sometimes interferes with exactly. So you got to be really particular about the timing of which fields you use, etc. To be able to maximize the Steamshrieker room. And that's difficult, but if you're doing it properly, your Steamshrieker room should be giving you around 6k DPS on average.
The thing I'd like to say here, though, is because it's an open world thing, it's kind of fun that there's like an added little mini game you can constantly be playing and thinking, oh, you know, like it's not like dire, oh god, this is really, really tricky and punishing. It's just, here's a fun thing I can keep thinking about.
Exactly.
To make it a bit more entertaining, you know.
Exactly. So that's why I started this with, did you ever want to do everything? And because you do kind of do everything with this. Not only are you giving all those boons and doing a good amount of damage, but you're also, with all those water fields, giving a lot of healing. And and the problem is, to do everything, you really have to work like you're doing everything.
Right, okay, yeah. So it's like, how bad do you want to do everything?
Exactly. Now, this brings me to the alternate variation of this build. And that is over here. I just swapped over to it just now. Still using spear, still using all the same utility skills and other skills. But I swapped out the explosive trait line for inventions.
Right, okay.
And with that, you give medical dispersion field for some extra healing.
Okay.
Which is quite a little bit annoying, though, because medical dispersion field works with some skills and doesn't with others. It works with everything.
I'm wondering if it works with the blast finishers.
So it works with the blast. I believe it works with blast finishers if you don't have full health. But if you do have full health, it doesn't work with the blast finishers.
Oh wow, that's some fringe knowledge there. Jeez, okay.
But it does work with some other skills that they have, like some heals, if you do have full health. So it's weird. It's a very weird skill that I think they need to fix. I would love it if the blast finishers did work when you're full health, but that's another story. It's something that maybe they'll address, maybe they won't. But then for the master, I got soothing detonation, which, I mean, you're using your 2-bell skill, so you're going to give some more healing to your allies. And then you give more protection. So this is just even more protection on this build to give 100% protection to people. And then finally, you're going to give regeneration to people as well, so that's even more healing. And the reason why you're giving more healing is because this is a more support-oriented version of this build. And on it, all your other traits are the same. On it, the new relic you're going to be using instead of Steamshrieker, you're not thinking about the water fields anymore, is Relic of Karakosa.
Ooh, yeah, I love this on my Tempest.
Yeah,
I really enjoy this one.
So Relic of Karakosa is just heal nearby allies whenever you successfully combo any field with a blast finisher.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more, you loosen your brain up, you don't have to think about it too hard anymore. Even if you're not comboing with a water field, you're still healing your allies. You do lose that 6k DPS, so in open world, you're no longer doing 17, 18, you're now doing 12k DPS by yourself.
This is more of if you have friends that you want to support a bit more.
Exactly.
Then do this version.
Exactly.
But it's also a more sort of relaxed version.
Way more relaxed, because instead of having like, I do this water field,
tracking the actual water fields.
Instead, you literally just could press all your buttons.
just
all you do is press all your buttons and it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I think that's basically all you need to know about this. I mean, I'll put up the actual build links so that you know what kind of like the sigils are just trying to maximize either condition duration or stuff like that. Yeah. Go ahead.
I've been desperate to tell you something, Boots, this entire time.
Oh no.
Desperate to tell you something.
Oh no.
Do you follow benchmarks at all? Or current benchmarks of what's going on with the game?
I don't. I know like you could do a ton of damage in out there. Like I think there's a version of the Steamshrieker build that could do like 40k DPS.
There is the current highest damage quickness scrapper build at the time of recording. Quickness build in the entire game is this. It is almost identical to what you've done. This is what you have brought to me is ludicrous damage. It's 43k damage on a quickness build. It's like quad kits instead of triple kits. It's obvious. It's it's pure Viper and Sinister.
But does it? So it gives quickness, but what else does it give?
Well, crazy damage, crazy damage, which is so. But I'm not saying that's a knock against your build. I'm saying Steamshrieker is really strong. You're coming at me saying, oh, it's X damage or whatever. But this exact playstyle, this exact methodology of using water fields on a scrapper, juggling it with the kits, doing damage.
That if they're using Steamshrieker the same way, they'll be doing the same amount. The non-healing version of this will be doing the same amount of healing. Yeah,
the explosive version. Boots is almost I mean, there are obviously some little swaps. It's like running shrapnel instead of big boomer and stuff.
Oh, and basically, they're probably running like a grenade kit instead of
the grenade kit's on there, of course. So it's basically you've given me an open world solo oriented iteration of one of the strongest builds in the entire game.
But honestly, you could probably use that in open world as well, no?
Well, but I mean, I like having dedicated open world builds that put a little bit more QOL on there. I do. I like that. So, you know, I'm not against your tweaks. We're talking about an open world build, but I'm just saying this is strong. Like, I'm not going to come here and say to you this is bad. I mean, this is one of the most powerful things in the game at the moment. And yeah, like I knew Steamshrieker from a Catalyst variant that runs Steamshrieker before.
Yeah, I do feel like I don't know how I feel about. I don't know if I could call this a Boots bad build then, because...
Yeah, exactly. So that's the only issue. And I didn't know whether to say at the start of the segment or not. I thought if this is a cool video, then I want you to be able to have the video. But just so that you know, this is sort of a known thing.
I think I'll have to join this to the other video. Yeah.
But I mean, you've put a different slant on it. And, you know, you're thinking more about the barrier and the healing the other people and all those sort of elements, you know?
But I think the fact that I can only squeak out like 24k DPS with this versus 40k DPS is...
It's a very, very precise rotation for all the reasons that you've just illustrated, you know?
I'm sure you get another like 5k from Grenade Kit, probably.
It's everything you've just said about making sure, and you know, the alacrity uptime and everything. I mean, you covered all the points, but it's a big damage build. It's really good. And you know, in open world as well, the one thing I would say, just ignoring the benchmarks, blah blah blah. I don't like open world builds that are condi because I don't like ramping condis. I really don't in the open world. I like hitting hard. So that would be my little why it's bad knock against it. I'm just sort of slightly against that generally.
Well, no, but, I mean it's celestial, so it does a good amount of power damage as well.
Yeah, and look, as long as I run up to a smoke scale and I can kill it pretty quickly, then it's fine. It's, you know, that's more of a me thing.
Yeah, if I look at like the damage numbers afterwards, I think the burning represents about 50 to 60% of the damage. Okay, and then the rest is power.
See, because you're celestial, the sort of the meta raiding variation is pure condi. It's Viper, Sinister, Trapper.
So you're not giving all those other boons to people then.
No, like they don't take the protection trait. I'm pretty sure.
And they're not giving. I mean, they're probably also not giving 2k barrier to everybody as well.
They're giving quickness while doing big damage. that's what matters.
Okay, so they're not doing everything. They're not doing everything. They're just doing quickness and big damage.
Exactly.
This does everything. It gives barrier. It gives healing. It gives protection and fury and all the might and the quickness. Yeah, okay, I'm happy now. All right, thank you. There, I feel better. I feel better.
No, I would be empowered by that. You know, you've landed on something that people who are really, really, really trying at the game landed on as well. And, you know, there's something positive to be said about that, isn't there?
I think so.
You know?
I think so.
It's not junk like Mad King. Oh!
All right, well, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me again.
I love that.
Okay, quick intermission, because even though I think I explained things well enough for WP to understand everything, and he got it, I don't know if it was a good enough description of how everything works to a greater audience, because combos are kind of complicated. I have a video about them that you could check on my channel. I think they might put it in the description, but I'll just go quickly for this build version, what's important about the combo field. So the way combo fields and finishers work is currently the finishers, when you place a finisher, it prioritizes your fields that are down when you're in them, but it prioritizes the first fields you placed in that area. So if you put down Stoke the Flames and then you put down your water field, it'll blast Might because it's a fire field instead of the healing field if you do that second. You know what I mean? But if you do a healing field first, like this, and then a poison field, let's say, and then blast that, it'll do the healing. Now, that means that you have to be thinking about that while playing with the Steamshrieker rune, because you're trying to maximize this damage, so you always want to be comboing in the water finisher fields. So basically, you're going to be doing stuff like playing your Reconstruction field, which only lasts 2 seconds, and then quickly doing Conduit Surge, and then Devastator, and then Throw Mine, so you maximize that. And then you might place your Elixir Shell, and then put that in, and etc., etc. Now, with the bomb kit is kind of cool. Basically on a 20-second cooldown, these two are 20 seconds and this is 16 seconds. You're going to doing 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3. Because this is on a 3-second timer, 2-second timer, 1-second timer. So you could cast all 3 of these in a row and then drop a field like this. This is also on a 20-second cooldown. So I like to do these tied together. When this is coming back on cooldown, off cooldown, I'll know to switch back to my bomb kit and do the 3, 2, 1 again, or 5, 4, 3 medic gyro again. So it's a nice little timing thing here. So you go 5, 4, 3, and then that. And then you can do other blasts in it afterwards if you want, because it lasts 5 seconds. So the bomb kit's kind of strong. This is 2 blasts, this is 1 blast, and both of these are CCs. So that also gives, you know, your stability to yourself and your barrier to your friends. Now, so that's basically this build. As you can see, it can get kind of complicated because you do want to use your other fields because these do a good amount of damage. This one does a good amount of damage. What else does good damage? I mean, your poison field does a decent amount of damage on this guy. Oh yeah, I mean, you're going to be using your function gyro for protection and CC as well, and that gives a lightning field, unfortunately, so you're going to be using that as well. So you got to remember what fields you have down if those went before the water fields, so you could try to like wait out those fields before putting your blast in water fields again. Now, if you don't want to think about all that and don't care about a 6k DPS loss because you have friends that are also doing damage, that's what the other version of this build's for, the Karakosa rune. Instead, you do only 12k DPS, but that's okay because your friends are picking up the slack there. And you're giving them all those same boons, actually more boons than the other build. You're giving the same amount of barrier, but way more healing, because even if you're not doing it properly in the water fields, you're still doing this, like you're either doubling your healing if you're doing it properly, or you're doing, you know, equal amount of healing if you're missing every water field and you're doing in the other ones. So it's quite a lot more sustainable in terms of healing in this build, and so I like it that way. And also, I mean, you get more healing even with the medical dispersion field, and you get regeneration, and you get permanent protection, 100% uptime of protection. It's all just very nice. It's a very good quality of life build, and even though you're getting a good amount of DPS with the solo build, 17 to 18k if you're doing it properly. This is a good amount of 12k DPS is a good amount of DPS for a very supportive build. Obviously, I don't know if you would bring it into like high-end rating, but for open world, it's very nice to make sure that you're at least doing something for everybody around you. Okay, I'm done. Thank you, man. Bye, everybody.
Awesome.
It was fun.
Awesome. Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad to have come on again. We keep making bad builds.
I'll think about it, but we have a new expansion coming out, so I think I gotta probably look at the new stuff coming out.
Yeah, did you not look at the Secrets of the Obscure relics at all then?
I think they're all boring. Is it possible? Maybe I haven't looked yet.
I thought they were about as interesting. I think all the relics are always interesting, and then I get sad that like fractal relic exists, so there's these other meta slots, you know.
I think there was too many relics that like did stuff on elite skill activation, which a 30-second cooldown.
Right, yeah.
And then
like the big spinning wall. Yeah.
I looked into all the elite skill activation relics, and they all have 30-second internal cooldowns. So that's not that fun.
Well, hopefully they do some new ones for the next X back. And what I've been asking for a while now is I actually want multiple relic slots. I want an offensive relic, a defensive, and a utility. And that way we're not so crowded out, you know. They can add a lot of relics, and you get choice about what you do, you know.
Yeah.
Or maybe divide it another way, where it's like you can have a relic that procs on heal, a different relic that procs on elite, and finally like a passive relic, you know?
Yeah,
like it would be up to ArenaNet how they do it, but I would like just a couple more slots.
It would be nice to get a few new sigils in too.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. All right, man. It's been a blast, and hopefully we'll see each other again soon.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.